Good morning, friends. Hope everybody is doing good today. Today is another firewood day. I finally got done with the trailer. Totally done. And it didn't take me 5 minutes of being completed. Actually, I wasn't totally completed yet. And my wife already started moving stuff in there. So today she's organizing things, doing a bunch of prep work so she can get going. Start cooking and making some money with it. She's super excited, really nervous, which I keep telling her there's no reason for her to be nervous. But, in her mind, what do I know? Anyway, which I kind of understand that kind of thinking. My son rearranged my my go bag for me. So anyway, I'm getting more firewood today. Brought some water out. Remember, if you're cutting, stay hydrated. If you're cutting, always stay hydrated. That's very, very important. Got my ISO-tune freeze, as usual. Keeping an eye out. And I don't know if you caught the live feed. I don't even know how well the live feed came through. So I do apologize for that if it didn't come through very well. But if you did catch the live feed, you'll recognize this unit here. Let's see if I can show it to you real good. It's a measuring stick for cutting firewood. You just pick the number that you want. For instance, I want 16-inch wood because my stove is going to be for 16-inch wood. So all you do, take this, you slap it right on your saw, and you use it to measure. It just magnetically attaches straight to your bar. But it should work all right. I used to have one that mounted right to the tensioner bolts, and that always got in the way. So I quit using it. This, easy to mount, easy to detach. I don't have to worry about it. Quick and easy. So, as usual, before I go out, start cutting again, I'm going to double check my chain. Make sure everything looks good. Yep, I'm good. Hell yeah! So, friends, the piece of equipment that I got a little bit ago, and I haven't had a chance to really try it out yet, is Grizzlypeakenterprises. Let's see if I can get you to see it. There you go. Grizzlypeakenterprises speed sheath for axe. And I've never used one before, okay? I've always had that hammer loop on my side, which, as you could see the other day, it kind of got in the way a couple of times. And that is not an unusual situation. So I'm going to be using the same felling axe I did last time with the 28-inch handle. Only place I've tested this thing out, by the way, is in the bunker. Just seeing how it felt, seeing, what the situation was going to be. So, same felling axe as before. 28-inch handle, which, as I told you before, is 4 inches longer than I've used in the past. But I really liked the feel of this when I was pounding wedges last time, so I'm going to keep trying to use it. Now, let's see. I got to turn this down, or point it down. Now, see the unit's right there. All right. And all you do is slide that in there. Now, as you can see, this 28-inch handle comes clear up above my shoulder, which I wasn't sure, or I'm still not 100% sure how this is going to work. But in theory, you know, you bend over and that shouldn't hit you. So when I'm bending over cutting timber, in theory, it won't be in my way, even though it's got a longer handle. And it does leave my legs free. What I mean by that is when I have the hammer loop on with the axe slid down into the hammer loop, a lot of times it'll hit your legs, or you'll go to bend down and it'll catch on your calf or just behind your knee. So this keeps it up so it's not in the way of your legs. I'm just not 100% sure how this will work very well. So I'm going to test it out, see what I think, and then I'll let you know. Now it does make a little bit of a rattling sound, but in truth, I have two axes, as you saw last time, I think, maybe. I have this axe here, and I also have my old felling axe that I had for 15 years, 13 to 15 years, and that's got a 2-foot handle. Now that stays down here, but the head on that is an 1/8 inch longer than this head. And that's the one that I bought this for, because you're supposed to have an 1/8 inch gap. That one fits a lot tighter than I like, because I have trouble getting it out. This, I don't have much trouble, as you can see. The only thing is, when you grab this, one thing I will tell you, when you grab the axe, I noticed in the bunker, if you just grab it and try to pull out, it'll catch, okay? It'll catch the sheath. So you actually have to push in towards your back in order to slide it out, all right? So I will tell you that much. That's not a bad thing, okay? It does mean that this thing, it's not going to just slide right out if it catches on brush, in theory. We will see. So, and once in a while I have a little trouble getting it in, but it could just be lack of experience with it. You know what I mean? I can't blame the unit for that. Like I said, I've never used anything like this before. Anything like this sheath. So I'm experimenting. I'm seeing how it works for me and how I work. So anyway, I'm going to gas up and then I'll get back out. See you there. Learn some of these things that I've never done before. Like that right there was supposed to be a back cut first. I've seen it done. I've never done it myself. And the reason that I'm coming out here and doing all of this, other than needing actual firewood, but is to learn, you know, like that right there. Before, I would have shot it right out through where you guys are right now, because it already had a back lean and there's an opening right here. But I didn't want to do that. I needed to practice something that I have never actually done before. So that I learned about right there. That was a learning experience, man. That's good. And really good I didn't wipe out my camera, but it was good because I just learned something. And I have another tree that's right behind you and to your left, well, to your right, that I have to do the same thing on, and that's a back cut first. So this time, I'm going to do it a little different. Before I process that one that I just put down in the wrong spot, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to try it again. But this one here, it leans back, which is what that other one was doing, right? Which is why I was going to try a back cut first. Now that I've learned what I did wrong, now I'll shoot it out this way with any luck and put it right where I want it. Cool, cool. Let's give it a try. This is what learning looks like, friends. It's slow and sometimes a very painstaking process, but this is the learning curve. And there she goes. Right where I want it. Hell yeah. Nice. Hell yeah. My very first successful back cut only. And a success on only my second try. I'm happy. Now I gotta lemon buck these outfits. So far, by the way, I'm liking it. It's not giving me any more trouble getting the axe out than my regular hammer loop did. I always had trouble at the ends with just a regular hammer loop. This isn't giving me any more trouble than that did. So far, I'm actually liking it. We'll see how I feel by the end of the day, of course, but I'm going to process these trees and we'll get back at it. Excellent. I like that. Woo! Well, friends, all I got left is to split this this stuff up and haul it home. And but before I sign off, I'm gonna give you my opinion on Grizzly Peak Enterprises Grizzly Peak Enterprises speed sheath for an axe. I like this thing. The fact that the handle is up, it doesn't get in my way when I go to kneel down to make a cut. And even going through the brush, you know, limbing and creating a lot of slash, it doesn't catch. You don't take a chance on cutting yourself because it's inside the sheath, so the sharp edge is actually protected, whereas if it's hanging on your belt, not so much. When I first started really felling in a commercial application, I cut myself on my axe. I can't tell you how many times. Just, you know, reach back and you bump it just wrong or something. With this, you don't have to worry about that. I like that. It takes a little practice getting it out because, as you saw, you actually have to push in towards your body and pull. That's a motion that's not necessarily natural for me, so it takes a little bit of practice. Bug. Yeah. But I really like it. I'm very impressed. I think this guy did a good job. Visit Grizzlypeakenterprises.com if you want to get one. Measure your axe. Make sure you get the right sheath for your axe. It says on the website that you should order 1/8 of an inch larger than your axe. That's what it is for my other felling axe, my shorter handle one. And I find I have a lot more trouble getting that out. That may be due to the shape because it's a carpenter's axe. But I think a 1/4 inch spacing would be a better idea. That's what I have for the axe that I have here, is a 1/4 inch spacing. This is a 1/4 inch larger than my axe. And I can get that out much easier, much faster. So I'm sure you can adjust this a little bit because it's basically just folded metal, folded aluminum. But I would definitely visit Grizzlypeakenterprises.com and if you want to pick one up or at least take a look at it a little bit more carefully. It's a good deal. I like it. I like it, and I'm going to keep using it. And the fact that it's not hanging down, it seems to be, to me anyway, that it's easier on my back. That could be a combination of where I have it, back behind me, rather than down along my side. And it's not hanging down, it's actually up. So it feels like it's easier on my back that way. So whether it is or isn't, I'm not 100% sure, but it feels that way. Anyway, folks, I'm going to go ahead and split my wood up and get it home. So y'all take care. Enjoy your day. As always, remember, random acts of kindness to anybody and everybody that you see. A smile is good enough. A smile, hello, how are you doing today, is just fine. It's enough sometimes to just change somebody's day around and make it even better. Make it go from crappy to fantastic. With just a simple smile. Hey, how you doing? You know? How are you? Sometimes that's all it takes. Doesn't have to be big. Random acts of kindness, friends. Remember that. All right. Take care, y'all. I'm going to take off. Enjoy your day. I'm out.